Hey folks, well, it's been a minute, so I thought I would do a kind of a what's spinning video today. Show you some of the vinyl I've been spinning since the last time, and of course, as usual, this will be kind of a genre jumping experience. But let's get right into it. Alright, first up, Linda Ronstadt, Silk Purse, 1970 recording on Capitol. Pretty good album. I've always liked Linda Ronstadt's voice. I wanted to show you the back there, kind of a cool picture. But yeah, Linda Ronstadt. Then we go to a very classic album, Randy Travis, Always and Forever, on Warner Brothers. Just fantastic album. I think for me, yeah, Forever and Ever, Amen, and I Told You So, man, a couple of great songs, but the whole album's good. The next album I was listening to after having watched the movie Six Pack, so it caused me to pull out Kenny Rogers' Love Will Turn You Around, which was the theme song to the movie Six Pack. This is on Liberty Records. I think it's a 82 release, maybe. If I can ever pull it out. Yeah, 82 Liberty Records. Not much going on the back, but kind of to me, it was kind of an uneven record, but when it's good, it's really good. I love this next album. I Saw the Light, Hank Williams. I think it was in my last haul video. Great album. On the MGM. I think when I looked it up, it's like a 1954 recording. There's the back. Great picture of Hank. Well, I guess that's the same picture as the front, huh? But tremendous album. This next one's kind of one of those Pickwick compilation deals. Sunday After Church with Johnny Cash, Jeannie C. Riley, and Jerry Lee Lewis. I picked it up relatively cheap. It was in good shape. It's on the Hilltop. I think this was a album that was very difficult to find a date on. But yeah. So on the back it does have pictures of all three of the artists. I enjoyed it. Johnny was great as always, but I think Jerry Lee Lewis was the highlight with When the Saints Go Marching In, which is the last song on the album. He really tore it up with that song. Next, another album featuring Johnny Cash, Gone Girl. This album is from the 80s. on Columbia. This album, this was a good album. No, I was wrong. It's actually 1978. And it was a little unusual in that on side 2 it has a version of Kenny Rogers' The Gambler. I'm not sure who wrote The Gambler, but it's, he does a version of The Gambler, and it's not bad, but I think Kenny Rogers is probably the right singer for that song. But Johnny did alright with it. It was just, and it was kind of unusual. I've heard that song, I've heard Rogers' version of that song for so long that it kind of caught me off guard when I heard Johnny start to sing it. Next album, Sade Promise. Found this as a sealed copy. It's on Portrait label. Great album. Of course, I think The Sweetest Taboo is my favorite song on it. But love some Sade. I usually don't go for soft music quite that soft, but something about her. Something about her. And then Samantha Fish, of course. Been showing this album a lot. I picked it up on CD, and I'm just such a big fan of hers. I needed to grab it on vinyl as well. This is her new album on Rough Records. Can't remember if I've actually shown the album now or not. I know I've shown the I've shown the CD. Great blues guitarist, vocalist. I think she's coming around somewhere close to Louisville this fall. I need to figure out how to get there. There's the back of it. Very good album. Of course, the next group I'm very crazy about. I'm a huge Blues Brothers fan. Got Briefcase Full of Blues. This is on Atlantic. Really like this back cover photo. 1978 album. Love that picture. Fantastic album. Hey Bartender, Rubber Biscuit, Flip Flop Fly, Soul Man. Just some great songs. And of course, Jake's Namesake. The next album, classic, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Picked this up a few months back, out of a collection that everything was tremendous shape. What is that? Let me look close. And this is what happens when you get old. I can't see. Boardwalk. Boardwalk is the label. Oh my goodness. Love some Joan Jett. Alright. Then another guy I'm a big fan of. Um, I might take some crap for that, but that's okay. I'm a big boy. Rick Springfield, Success Hasn't Spoiled Me Yet. Love that cover. This is a great album. 1982 on RCA. No. RCA label. Great album. Calling All Girls, I Get Excited. What Kind of Fool Am I? Christina. Cover of Black is Black. Don't Talk to Strangers. Just great stuff. Another album I picked up recently for just a couple bucks, but was absolutely stoked to get a copy. Survivor, Eye of the Tiger. It's on Scotty Brothers Records. This was a, let's see here, 82 release. There's the band on the back. At first, when I first bought the album, I thought, it's got a hype sticker on the front cover. But I bought it anyway. But then it turns out that's not a hype sticker. That's actually printed on the cover. So, that's alright. Another album that from a band that I love dearly. U2, Under a Blood Red Sky. Just great stuff. A lot of early U2 songs. Of course, on Island Records. Nothing really on the back to write home about. But that was such a great album, and I saw U2 a couple weeks ago when they were down here at Louisville, Papa John's Cardinal Stadium, and yeah, they kicked off the Joshua Tree concert with a lot of their early stuff before they actually got into the Joshua Tree material, and they did a lot of early stuff, and man, it was fantastic. Interesting concert experience. I won't ever go to another one where they have I don't have a seat, because at my age and my legs, I'm flat-footed and not the greatest knees in the world, and yeah, trying to stand for hours, just I was about ready to tap out when they got to the end of the Joshua Tree. So next time I'll make sure that I actually have a seat. Next album, Scorpions, Savage Amusement. Found this album was just about perfection as far as condition. Did you see that kind of custom centering? I think this was 87, 88. It is the follow-up to Love at First Sting, I believe. There's the band. Tell you, I really didn't listen to the Scorpions before last year, and I've got a couple albums on vinyl and a bunch on CD, and I love them more and more with each listen. Next album is Megadeth. The Threat is Real. This is the white vinyl 12-inch single. Foreign Policy is the B-side. I don't do a whole lot of 12-inch singles. I'm just more of a whole album guy. There's nothing on the back, really. But this one was marked down real cheap, and I think it's because this corner was kind of dinged up, kind of hard. So I didn't pay much for this at all, and that's the main reason I picked it up. Now I haven't, for some reason, I just haven't come into much Christian rock lately, but these next albums I'm very excited about. The first one, I picked this up a month or so ago, Rainbow's End. Yeah, the Resurrection Band. Love this band. It's on the Star Song label. And it's a 79 release. Pictures of the band on the back. This album cover was a little bit unique. It's got this the inside slides out like that, and you can actually, there's another picture on the other side that I guess you could slide in there if you wanted to. I think it looks better with the windows on the inside. All right, so that was a good pickup. And then I also scored a copy of same band. They just shortened their name to Res Band, but it's their live bootleg album. This one's on Sparrow, and I guess you can't see it, but I guess it's time for Jake's close-up. Here you go, buddy. Can you say hi to everybody? No? You don't want to say hi to everybody? You just want to sit in my lap? Alright, we can try this. Alright, so, like I said, it was on Sparrow Records. What year? The year is not readily available. I don't guess. 84, so that was a few years later. The next album, love this singer, tremendous vocalist, Matthew Ward, Armed and Dangerous. I love this album. Now, Matthew Ward was he was one third of the trio Second Chapter of Acts. They did a lot of, they come up in the 70s through the Jesus music era. This album, it's very, the music sounds a little dated because it's very heavy, has a very heavy synthesizer portion to it. But that is, here, Jake, can you get down for a minute, buddy? Thank you. All right, so, but the dated portion of it is kind of, it goes down a little easier because because his vocals are so tremendous on this. The songs are great. And then Dan Huff, who has played with Whiteheart and the rock group Giant, has a lot of guitar licks on here that make this album palatable on Live Oak Records. This is a 86 recording, but yeah, I love this album. I don't care about the synthesizers. This album rocks. I crank it up and it just love it. And then finally, one last album Yes, Batman and Robin. Sun Ra and the Blues Project. I don't understand what the fictional name of the sensational guitars of Dave and Dale is all about, but I love Batman. In this album, it's good. I mean, it might be a little uneven in parts. It sounds very much like a 60s album, but kind of a plain Jane label there. But, so I tried to drop everything. But, I still enjoyed the music on this. Gotta love that picture. Same picture on the back, only bigger. Yeah. Great cover. And, I'm a sucker for anything Batman related, and I like Sun Ra, so yeah, so that's what I've been spinning on the turntable lately. I really need to do, I keep saying I need to do a CD version of this, because, I listen to some different stuff, things I can burn to my phone and listen on my way back and forth from work and that kind of thing. So, anyway, that's this video. I plan on shooting a few more today, and so I will see you soon.